Hello.
Hello.
How are we
Hey,
doing?
how are you, Jay?
Not good.
How are you?
Not good. No, I'm having a bad go right now.
Oh, how
Usually I'm
come?
good. Thank you for asking. Usually I'm good. I mean, I'm good that I woke up, right? I'm happy I'm alive. I'm happy I'm here. I can't complain about that's a good day, right? It's a good day. That doesn't mean what
So good.
happens in that day is a good day. That just means that the day starts off nice. You could breathe in oxygen. You could go outside. You could feel the sun on your face. It's a good day, right? It starts off good. But then, I'm gonna need a moment here, right? And I'm gonna need people to listen to my moment. And if you don't listen to my moment, you can suck my ass. I'm just gonna put that out there. Just kind of feel the temperature of the water, dip my toes in. So I like friends. Yeah, friends are nice. Like I like where I could. Hey, you man, what's up, bro? How you been? Good. Yourself? I've been better. I got my dick sucked yesterday. It started off good. Little did I know, when I went to zipper up my pants, it caught my balls. It didn't feel good. So the rest of the day is fucked, right? That's, you started off good. You busted the load, everything is great, and then you zipper your balls. Not a good day. The rest of the day is going to be painful no matter what you do. So I've been finding that. I've been letting things bother me recently, man. I do. Let me be a little bit more clear. Let me just be more specific. Jordan, are we friends? Me and you, we friends?
I think so.
You think so? Matthew, are we friends?
I hope so, yeah.
You hope so. Are we friends? Like, yes or no? You can say
I
I think
think so,
so.
yeah.
That you think so? Okay.
No.
Spade, are we friends?
I would say so, yes.
You would say so. Okay, so everybody thinks we're friends, right? So that means that we follow up on each other, right? We check up on each other. Hey, man, how's your testicles after you got it zipped up and that shit? Especially if you told people about your zipped up testicles, right?
Yeah.
You would expect that. You would expect that type of friend, right? Like
Right.
Matty tells me he's sick. Hey, how you been? Next day. John tells me he went out with his parents to have delicious food at Hetchy. Hey, man, how was that food? That's what friends do. Am I right? That's what they
Yeah.
do. Okay. I just want to make sure I understand what a friend does. So, what is it when you have somebody that thinks that they're a friend, but they're actually not? Is their definition of a friend different? Let me ask you, Spade. Is the definition of your friend, I'm trying to point to you, your friend, right? Spade, the definition of your friend is it different than mine? Like let me give you another example. I knew that I could rely on you and Stan to go to my business, pack up my shit for me. I'm not there. I'm trusting you with a lot of money of products. Uh, but I knew that I could rely on you, that you won't screw me over. Right? Is that a friend, or is that someone that you could trust? Or is it both?
Ooh, it a friendship should have trust because without the
Sure.
trust, then why are you
Agree.
friends with that person, right? So
Agree.
it's
Sure.
both. So
Sure.
it's both. But you can have trust in somebody and not be their
Friend.
friend.
Okay. I'll
I would
agree with
say in
that.
that case,
I think it depends
in
on
the
the
case of
situation.
them, in the case of them clearing out the store, I would say you would ask somebody you trust, but you'd ask your friend first because you trust them more.
Right.
Unless you want everybody to be your friend and you're hoping that the trust that you believe in them
Mm.
is good. Yeah? You want
I mean, you
everybody
gotta
to be your
start
friend.
somewhere,
Everybody to be your
right?
friend.
But you got to start somewhere in order that you got to trust somebody before they become your friend, right?
Agree. But I'm asking you though, you go into the business to empty, and we're not talking about like $5,000, dude. We're talking about an $18,000 scooter. Oh my God, I don't know, 4 of those, and then you had all the other scooters.
That was a
But
lot.
I could rely on you, right, to do something for me because I asked you to do it. Yes.
Right. Right.
So that means that because I can ask you to do something and you go do it, and not stress about like, I don't know how I'm gonna get there. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I might have to go camping that day, or my testicles are still stitched up from the zipper. I don't know if I'll be able to make it. But even though if it was your friend, you would take up your stitched up testes and you're going to go do it. Now, you're going to be pissed off at your friend because he knows about your zipped up testes. So what the fuck, bro? I'll go lift some weights for you. Yes, absolutely. But if my testicle stitch breaks, you're bringing me to the hospital, and then you're going to sit there and watch the doctor zip my shit back up, right?
Pay the
That's
bill.
what friends do. Yes?
Yeah.
That is a friend. Not worried about, I don't want to hear anything about your poop particles. I don't want to hear
too
that
much.
there's poop
It's
on
too
your
much.
window. It's too much. There's no such thing as too much with friends. So why is it that I can ask people that when they need a friend, hey man, my dad is dying. Dude, I don't know what to do. Why is it that's just one example. Let me give you a better example. Why is it that when I ask people to do something for me, they never fucking do it? What is that then? What is that? What is that called? I know we've talked about this before.
That's a friend. That's a friend who's looking for something to gain out of the other person. Like, do something for me, but when it comes for me to do something for you, I'll think about it. I'm not 100% sure I'll do it.
It's one thing if okay, everybody knows Bree here, right? Everybody knows Bree. If you don't know Bree, I don't know what to tell you. Bree is my partner, if you will, my significant other. The retarded chick that the government gives me a check for, and sometimes I'll eat her ass. Right? Like, that's who Bree is. And Bree has voiced her opinion to people about how she feels it saddens her that people are not around after they say they care. Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
So when Bree puts something up in Discord and other people see it, and people post after that, so you know they've been in Discord, which is even worse. So you've seen it, but you have not actually watched the video. So you could say, well, maybe those people had something better to do. The video is fucking 42 seconds long.
Yeah.
But nobody has seen this video. And if they have seen it, they have not commented on it. Now, some of those people that have not seen it may watch Bree do Beat Saber at night. And that kind of gives them a pass because at least they still care to be there. But what about all those other people? Are those friends? Let me digress. Let me go backwards real quick. I have asked people in Zoom. I have asked people in Vocals, right? Hey, man, I do it all the time. Hey, man, how are you doing? When is the fucking last time they asked me how I was doing?
Other than the
That's
polite,
getting old.
fake polite conversation. Hey, how you doing?
It's getting old, bro. It's getting old. It's getting
But wait,
old.
hold
You don't
on.
give a fuck.
That I disagree on that, because you could sit there and say whenever Jay goes on, he tells us everything that
Do I?
is going on with him. So some people are like, well, why do I need
Do
to
I,
ask
though?
him? He's going to
Have
tell
you
us.
watched the last 6 lives? Watch this, Spade. I know you're in every morning. I mean,
Yeah.
the only morning streams you're not really in are like Saturdays.
Right.
Sometimes you will be, but more than often than not, you're in those. What have you noticed on the past 7 live streams?
That has nothing to do with you. You're always bringing up a topic that you're bringing
That's
up.
right. Also, what also have you noticed? They're no longer an hour long.
No, they're like some one time I
10 minutes.
came in and it was and I was like
It's over.
5 minutes in and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
It's over.
That was it?
It's over.
Yeah.
Why would that be?
I'm not going to dance for you if you don't dance for me. If you don't talk in chat and there's only the same fucking people, I got to talk to them somewhere else.
Right.
The design of being live is to get interaction from the people in the chat. Either we're that boring or I'm that boring, or you just come here because you have nothing else to. It ain't for support. How are you supporting me?
What?
Nothing, bro. You're gonna come up with a donut every time. Nothing. Right? Like it does not. I just want to be clear. I'm not angry about this, but we're not fucking friends, man. We ain't friends.
Prime example. How many donations are there in Twitch?
That's the same fucking people. It's the same people. It's the same people. Because you're not here to support me. You're here to break up your monotonous day with some kind of shit that gives you entertainment. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Then I'm going to give you 3 minutes of a day. I'm going to give you what you give me back in return. And then I'll go over to Vocals and I'll go spend the time with the people that are actually giving me money to support my habit of going live.
Or all of a sudden you want something, and then you start showing up in streams and donating $5
Or
cents.
you want a JIO and you ain't got shit else to do, so you that still happened. That's a new thing. Well, it's not new, but it's new. We got people coming back out of the woodwork. Yo, can I get that other version? No. Why not, man? What tier you in? 5? You want 2 months at $600. You can wait like everybody else. Just like I gotta wait to pay my bills, you gotta wait to get your rocks off. You gotta wait for the doctor to come in so he can stitch up your testes.
And then you up the tier, right?
Yes, now you up this tier. So if you, and you're like, Jay, this is stupid. And I know it's dumb what I'm doing right now. I know it's dumb because I'm shunning away people that are giving me monthly money. But you're not giving me monthly money for me to waste my fucking time pretending to be friends with you. You are just that. You are somebody that gives me money. That is it. That is all that you do. Okay, fine. Then don't come in and talk to me like we're friends. Do you get the argument? Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Don't pretend like we're friends. We're not. You're mixing the two together. You give me money, you are that. You are you're my employer. Is that too real? I'm sorry. It's what it is, right? Jordan, you donated $100. Matthew, you donated $20. You have paid my wages for the day.
So we're done.
Lawyers. Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, but
Well, that was
you
just
should
three.
also separate those and then talk offline, or you'll come watch me plant fucking pumpkins, right? But we're friends. John, how you been today, bro? I haven't seen you. I know, I suck at text messages. It's been 3 hours since you text me. Thank God that your testicle didn't fall out of your body. What is my infatuation with testicles today? I don't know. But the idea is that you hold communication with that individual. That is, for lack of better terms, a friend. Or you can trust that friend. So when I ask people, or Bree specifically asks people to watch her video and you don't, I'm glad that you're not in front of me, because I would get defensive. I would get angry and probably break your fucking face. Because she's asking for something, and you're ignoring her. I would do the same thing for Joe. I've done the same thing for Lance. When Lance was in the chat with Contraband, those of you that were in there, Lance is pouring out his fucking heart, and Contraband keeps interrupting. Dude, shut the fuck up and let him finish. Like, let him finish. And then Contraband left. but the you know, just pay somebody the same respect that you expect.
Yeah. Treat them like you want to be treated.
Absolutely. And if you can't, don't pretend like we're friends.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah, you might as well just stab the shit in my back and twist it around a little bit. I think it's a lot to do with my fault. Well, it's not even just me. It's just people. It has nothing to do with me. It's just people in general. Your neighbor. You think your neighbor's your friend? I bet you when your neighbor leaves, you never talk to him again. I bet you never ever talked to that neighbor again, but he was your friend, right? Yeah, we would have barbecues and shit. He'd make me steaks.
But that was because they were next door. That's because they were next door, not because.
That's it. That's it.
Proximity.
Yes, of course. It's just like when I moved to Florida. Oh, dude, you come to Florida, man. I'm going to go to your house every day, bro. What? Yo, you coming to Florida, my nigga? Yeah, bro, I'm coming to Florida, man. Yo, I'll be over as soon as you touch down. I'm in Florida for a week now. Where's everybody at? Oh,
What about a week?
bro.
How about a year and a half later? A year and a half later, where's everybody?
Bro, let me tell you, my work schedule is fucked up. You work Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday I had a party. I didn't see you either of those days. Yeah, I was too exhausted from the week before. Really? I saw you playing PlayStation, Grand Theft Auto, man, for like 19 hours on Saturday. What were you doing? Oh, God, yeah. I fell asleep on a controller, and I was just, every time I moved, I walked 10 feet forward. I ended up stealing 5 cars and robbing 28 people in the game. But I was knocked out, I promise. Really? Because you had voice chat on, too, and I saw you chatting it up with somebody in the game.
Snoring. I was snoring.
Yeah, I don't know. Bro, how far are you going to go with this lie? Like, how far are you going to go? Or that's a great example. Stan said, when people at work, you think that person at work is your friend? No. They're there because they ain't got nobody else to talk to. That is why they're your friend at work. That is why.
Kind of stuck with them.
Yeah, but once they're gone, right? You never hear from them. You might hear from them for a little bit, like a month. Yeah, yo, the new job I got is so sweet. It's so badass.
Or a message on your birthday or something. Hey, you showed up with my reminder today.
I'm just so sick of fucking people being fake, bro. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, dude. I remember old school hazers, man. I'd be like, yo, there's some shit going popping off over here. The shit would come in troves. Troves, dude. Hundreds of comments. Yo, check out my latest video. 1 comment. What the fuck happened? I'm too relatable. I get it. I open up to you. Cool. Go back to being a cockbag. A zipped up testy.
Again, that hurts. Every single time you mention that, I feel the pain.
No, that's because you don't have a vasectomy. If you didn't have a vasectomy, you wouldn't feel shit in your balls.
Okay.
But you're not getting it. Tony, you're not one of them, right? You come into every shit. Whether you donate or not, you're active. Even on games you don't like, you're active. You're active in shadow. You're active in vocals. You're not one of them. You're not one of the people I'm talking about. It's not Combat. It's not Lance. It's not Alicia. It's Spade's part of it. But he comes on every Sunday. So yeah, Spade's part of it. But I don't know. I could break names down if you like. I could. I don't care. What are you gonna do? Stop being a hazer? Okay. Well, then that's on you. I'll miss your $30. I'm sorry. Oh no. Please don't go in your $3 tier for 6 years. Oh God. Oh shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I don't know. Go deliver a pizza? I deliver 1 pizza in fucking 5 years. I make more money than what you've ever given me. I'll get over it. Trust me. I'll get over it. Like, I can sell 1 of those mods, and your patronage is paid for 19 years. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Oh, yeah, please. Oh, okay, please. I'll get testing for you to suck on. Am I wrong?
No. But Jay.
No, there's some of them that are in here. I know there is. Buckeye's one of them. Just comes vocals every fucking time. Almost like clockwork. He might miss 1 or 2, but I've never seen him in shit else. He'll type some shit in here, but I don't ever see him on any of the things. Bro, someone, I even challenge you, Spade. Tell me the last thing that happened on the Hazers channel. Anything.
It's not that difficult.
Oh, the hazers? Other than the Hazers channel.
Oh, Jordan, you tell me. What's the last thing that happened on that? You don't even know. That's one of my besties right there.
Other than
Jordan.
the helmet thing, but that was last week.
The last thing on
And
the
a
Hazel
really short.
Yeah, okay.
See, but Jordan, I consider top 3 friends of all time. All time, man. All time. That's people I served in combat with. But that dude don't even respond to my text messages. I don't know. The only way I can get a hold of him is if I actually call him. That's the I don't know. He just doesn't look at you.
It's the old
But when
school
he's at a
way.
Bass or something or Wildwood, I can't get him off his phone. He's like, oh, look, bank account, there's some shit over here. I need to text my wife. This movie sucks. Popcorn over there. I got the.
So, but I do have a question about the Hayes Tech channel. When are you going to do the Hollyland Lark 2 review?
See, but what's the last thing that happened on the Haystack video?
The Hayes Tech, I saw the last one, the DJ. No, what was it? That round. I forgot what it was called. The round mic that you did. That was the last one that I saw.
Nope.
Nope.
What was the last one?
No, it wasn't.
Nope. So you treat me just like a regular YouTube channel.
No.
See, so that's my point. That's my point.
That was like 2 days ago when the video was uploaded. It was like Friday.
It's
Go
not
look
the
at channel
last
now.
one, Spain.
Go look at the channel now. You treat me, and that's fine that you treat me like a regular, but that's not what friends do, right? See, watch this. Jay, why don't you watch the final credits? I got you. Watch this. Because I think it fucking sucks. That's honesty. That's criticism.
Oh, I saw that one, the portable shark.
Oh, you did see it. You just
saw
forgot that I
saw
uploaded it. It was somebody else.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
That makes sense. That's right.
Yeah. No, I saw that. No, I did. I saw it. I did. I forgot about that. You know what it was? I was so interested in the Lark 2
No,
that you
look,
mentioned.
I'm not
at the
giving you
end.
shit, Spade, because I know
No,
you like
that's
that
fine.
channel.
I'm
I
explaining
know you
myself.
like that channel. I don't explain it. You don't need to, because it's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is that if I ask somebody to do something, like if I said and it's hard because, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that I struggle. Everybody has flaws, right? We all have flaws. Jordan sucks at text messages. Spade, you suck at social media. Matthew, you suck at health, right? We all have things that we suck at, right? Like he's got a bad heart. We all suck at something. Yes, we all have flaws.
That's what we're good at. We're good at
I
sucking
know
at
what
that.
my fucking flaw is I rely on people way too much to comfort me. That's a flaw, bro. That's a huge fucking flaw. Because when those people let you down, what else you got? Well, Matthew's flaw sucks too, when
there's one
he's fucking dead. So
there's one major
Matthew's flaw sucks too. Jordan's Spade will be fine. So our flaws suck ass, Matthew. Go ahead.
Kinda.
Go ahead.
Well, there's only one major counter argument to the thing that you posed is I think you're kind of entitled to rely on people, especially you, because I don't, but you've over the years have tried and succeeded in helping out so many people that when it's your time to kind of rely on people.
Me. That's the problem, though, Jordan. That's the problem. How many of those people that I helped out are still here today?
Ooh.
Yo. Go.
But you helped them, and then they were happy. With like, oh, Jay, I figured things out. Thanks for pointing them out, and now they're happy, and they don't need us.
How many people that I've helped are still here today? Give me a percentage, bro. Just a percent. 2?
Point. No, I would go 0.09.
Yeah, but Jenna, you got Jenna. You got Monkey,
And
I
that's-
helped out a little bit. You got Vaughn, I helped out a little bit.
And that's
but,
the point
But
that
even
we're
if you look at the core people that are still here, that is a drop in a bucket of 8,000 fucking people. That's not even 2%. That's like point.
0.001.
You got 9 people that are still here that
Yeah,
somehow I'm sure I helped.
0.00.
I don't know, 0.0093?
Zeros.
No, 0.0093. 9,000.
Yeah.
10,
At
100,000.
Yeah.
At Wildwood, I was telling this to Jenna and Jorn when we were walking, and I was like, like me and Jenna, out of everyone that was there, was one of the very few OGs that were there. There were, and other than Vaughn, but Vaughn wasn't there when we went to the, so it's like, what happened to everybody? Where did everybody go?
Well, I know the answer to that. Is I got too close, but that's my flaw. That's a flaw
But
of mine.
if that's the case, how come that didn't happen with me and you? How come it didn't happen with you and Jenna? How come it didn't happen with
Because
you
you
and
guys
Vaughn?
are different people. You're not. Jenna's in a class of her own. She literally is married. She has my name across her nipples. That is.
Yeah.
That's
totally different.
Jenna's on a different level than everybody. I'm just putting it
I
out
would never
there. She's
compare
on a
myself to
different level.
Jenna.
Yeah, she's on a different level. She just wants to swallow my cock. I don't know. I got nothing. She just.
But in a loving way.
Of course, like your testes are sore. Let me help out your penis.
What other way is there?
But I'm just saying that the point is that that is a flaw, and I have no problem admitting mine. People don't want to admit that they're not there for me, though. They'll come up with a million excuses as to why they could not be there. A million. You only needed one to see a 40-second clip of Brie almost breaking her neck, and nobody saw it. And if you did see it, you didn't respond. And if you didn't respond, that means it meant nothing to you. Away. Right. And I'm letting that affect me when, in fact, it really has nothing to do with me.
Oh,
You
but
understand?
indirectly it has to do with you, right?
Well, that's the same argument for Black Lives Matter and people protesting for it. Then you can't give them shit then, because they feel for those people the same way I do for Brie. Think about what you just said, because it indirectly affects them, whether or not we agree with it. Right? That's irrelevant. What is relevant is they actually care for those people.
Well, do they?
Now, your opinion doesn't matter. The mere fact of what it means to me, indirectly or directly with Brie, is how people do those stupid fucking protests, or they burn down a building. We may not agree with why they're doing it, but we see why they're doing it.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's your spouse. That's your wife. That's a little
No,
bit
that don't
closer
matter, because
to the-
Lance is not my spouse. He's not my wife. I've fought with people over Jenna's argument of her situation that happened with her. I'm not going to drop names. It doesn't matter. The names are relevant. You know who you are. You know who I've helped out. I don't need to be that guy that, I've done this for this. I don't need to be that person. It speaks for itself. Or maybe it
Because
doesn't
then
speak
they
at all.
flip it on you. They flip it on you. Why are you saying
can't
that?
flip it on
Because-
me. You there's no way you could possibly flip things on me that I've given other people. There's no fucking way. You would sound like an idiot. But I don't bring those up because I don't need to. I don't need to be a philanthropist. If I can help you, I will do everything in my power to help you.
Yeah, the sad part is that there's a bunch of people that you've helped out a lot, and they stab you in the back. Well,
Oh, sure.
Not just
$40,000
leaving,
laptops, no
stab you
problem.
in the back.
Yeah, of course. And that's it's my own fault. It's not theirs. It's mine. You guys can all disagree with that and say it's not. I don't mind taking responsibility. It's my fault my daughter killed herself. I don't mind taking responsibility for shit. That's fine. That's how I get stronger. How you think I'm tough? I deal with it. How you think I've lost all this weight? I'm a fat piece of shit. Change it. Done. Done. Look at me, bro. The shirt used to be tight on me. Look at this shit.
Floppy.
I'm dying. Who cares? Who cares that I'm dying?
I think everybody does.
Where's your hand, Spade? What the
It's
fuck,
up.
Spade? 8 minutes later, I can probably show up if my wife's not hiking.
Why is everybody in
Did he
there
say-
going like
did he-
this? Oh, let me join.
Did he,
Let me
did he
do
say
this.
dieting or dying?
I care about your diet.
Are you dying? Okay, sure.
Whatever. I just wanted to get that out, bro. And the people that are all typing in chat are not the people I'm talking about. It's not. It's not them. It's not them. I see them everywhere. You missed the video. Fine, whatever. What about the other ones? Do you know how you grow YouTube channel success? I figure you guys know this. In Discord, I've been trying to figure this shit out, right?
Mm.
Right? I've kind of figured it out. You know what it's based off of? It's not about views. I mean, it is. It's not about subs. You know what it's based off of? Activity on the video.
Yeah.
How many people shared the video to Facebook? How many people commented on the video? You could have 300,000 views. 0 comments, YouTube will never promote you. Never. You have 0 algorithm worth anything.
That's because YouTube wants people to stay
That's
on
right.
the platform
That's
as
right.
best as possible. So if you're
That's
not
right.
commenting,
That's why they
or
care
doing
about
anything-
watch time, and that's why they care
Right.
about engagement. That's it.
Right.
Hence,
I've
even
got
a bad comment.
12,000 people. I don't know what the fuck the other, 12,000 people are doing, but nobody's commenting on videos. It's the same people. Are they that boring? Okay. What about Haystack? That's boring too. What about vaping? That's boring too. What entices you? True crime. Okay. I'll try that next. I bet you I see you in the first 3 videos and then you're out.
Call it hate
Before
crime.
we all had a common agreement that we all like vaping. Fine. Fine. That video that Bree put up had nothing to do with anything but courage. Courage.
She was scared in
Courage.
the beginning.
And for those of you that have not watched it, I will tell you what happened. Bree has been petrified to get on a bike. Petrified. She will, even on her regular bike, it took her forever to get deep into a turn. And yesterday, I got into a little spiff, if you will, with her weakness, and she needs to change that. You have to get over your fears. Don't let them control you. If you see something and it scares you, go do that. You see cockroaches, go hang out with them, pick them up. You see a snake, pick it up. Whatever you're scared of, go conquer that fear. And I bet you're going to feel real good about it because that held you back for years. She got on that bike, and within 20 seconds of riding it, she had both feet on and she was on the fucking road. That is amazing to see. I even do that in real life. If we're at Wildwood, you don't bungee jump, guess what? See that helicopter? That's ours, by the way. We're getting on that. No, we're not. Yes, we are. And you're going to jump off of it. No, I'm not. Then I'll push you off. I bet you when you're halfway down, you get a big ass smile, bugs in your mouth. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And she got on that bike and her smile on her face. And it's not because it's just my wife. It's seeing somebody scared of something and beating it. That feeling on anybody is amazing. Amazing, bro. Your kid, when he learns to walk, Matthew, when your son started to walk, how did that feel inside?
Yeah.
It's not because he's learning to walk. It's because he's standing up and he's being on his own. Look at him go.
Yeah, you're right. It is, hard to describe.
Yes, yeah, of course you love the kid and it's great to see him walk. Finally, you don't have to crawl at 25 years old. But the idea is that they're getting past something that is a hurdle. That to me is you, bro. I can watch people, those humanized videos where you see someone give money to a homeless person and feel when you know it's real. That's important. You know it's real. It's got to be real, but it feels good. Wow. It still exists. Jordan, the kids on Wildwood talking about God, it feels good. Get past those fears, man. Just go, bro. Just whatever. But nobody
When you
saw
see
it.
a bunch of bikers really rough and they stop to the side
They
and
go
hold
help
up
the
traffic
kids.
and help somebody, some old lady cross the street.
Yep.
That kind of gives you some hope for society and for
Absolutely.
humanity.
Because it's something you didn't believe would happen. So now you're seeing it with your own eyes, which makes it true.
Yeah.
Bree, the scared, she'll never get on a bike. Get on it and go. Of course she falls. But she wasn't riding it when she fell. She was using the throttle to move the bike, which we all know. Even if you just don't do that. Just like you don't push a car by starting it and hit the gas while standing outside. You're gonna lose the car.
Car.
But either way,
Wow,
whatever.
That's a beginner's thing, and now she knows, right?
Now she
Not
knows.
to move
Yeah,
the
now she
bike
knows.
by using the
And
throttle.
funny thing is, I actually disabled the emergency brake, which means that if you press the brake, right, you can't hit the throttle. So I disabled that. So like if I'm doing like a wheelie or if I'm doing a stunt, I need access to the brake with the throttle at the same time.
Yeah.
I did not think that Bree. This is good. God exists. God is real. God is good. Can I get an amen? This
Amen.
just goes to show that things are destiny. I disabled it the day before, just for safety reasons, and then Bree gone on it the next day. Now, if I did not disable that, she could have got much more injured because she was, holding the brake down and doing this. It could have flipped over on you. Yes, of course.
Spit out from under her legs. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
The fall protection is pretty intriguing, though.
Yeah, when it falls down, it won't start back up. That's
Yeah.
nobody mentions that anywhere, but
No, I've never seen it in the video.
nope. Maybe because nobody falls.
Well, they don't want to
Yeah.
admit it. They don't want to admit it.
Yeah, whatever. All right, so we're gonna change the topic. We're gonna split it up 38 minutes in. Sorry for wasting all your time about my feelings. Who saw that video I posted? Did you guys watch any bit of it?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh.
John? No. Come on.
The Brie one?
The Harris one.
No. Kamala
The
Harris.
Harris one
Yeah.
with the wokeness and all that stuff.
No. The last one. That's M88 for
That's 30
her
minutes
speech.
long.
No, I haven't watched that.
You have to skip forward 8 minutes.
Okay. Well,
It's
we're gonna
probably
talk about
really
it
good.
anyway. You go watch it later.
John, did you do homework in school? Did you do homework or did you just say,
I did it 10 minutes before I had to hand it in.
Nice. Good. So it was fresh in your mind. You knew the answers right now. Yes, now's the time to do it. Okay, last minute.
The way you studied for like that
For the
FBA thing.
okay,
That's
yeah.
how I
There's
did.
nothing wrong with that.
Like,
I know the answers right now.
I had a month to do this. Why did I decide
They're
to
still
do this
fresh in my
2
head.
But
hours
it works,
before I have
though.
to go in?
It works.
Yeah.
You don't retain the knowledge, but it works for right now. Right? I can't
It's
tell you
like-
what 2 times 5 is.
But it's-
I haven't
You
studied
had,
that in a while.
you had like 2 weeks or a month to prep, and you decided to cram it all into the last 2 hours.
Which shows
And then
that
Every
you,
even-
single time.
but it shows you work well under pressure. You work
Yes.
well.
yes.
And then even the night before, you go like, meh, I'll get up an hour earlier.
Well,
That'll
I'm
be
really
okay.
good at procrastinating. That also shows that.
Talent.
Yeah, it could show laziness that you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to read when doing the pilot license thing. I didn't want to read and retain that shit for 5 months. Bro, those books are serious. I figured, you know what? Let's see how smart I really am. I'm lazy as shit. I don't want to read it. It's too boring. I'm out. I even watch videos. But guess what? I passed. So
No.
Well, we
that's all.
try to apply logic to the questions, right?
Sure.
The test.
But anyway, I
questions.
want to talk about that video. People hate Kamala Harris. They dislike her greatly. I watched that video last night. I'm not joking. 3 times. I had to skip forward the first 10 minutes. She could
Yeah.
talk.
She could. That's the one thing I wanted to bring up. She would eat Donald Trump alive when it comes to talking. But I also heard that was the same speech she gave at another rally, so it might have been easier.
She also doesn't use a teleprompter.
Ooh.
So we're saying she's on the same meds as Joey.
No. She's better. She's better than
59, bro.
Joey
She's-
and Donnie.
I still
She's
don't
quick.
like her, and I didn't like the video either.
It's not a
It's
matter
like-
of liking her. We have to get past that stupid fucking hurdle. It's not about liking her. It's finding what is good in a character. what is good in that person. I can tell you
Listen
right
to
now, she could publicly
listen to my-
speak. I don't agree with her shit that she says in it. I'm not
Oh, yeah.
supporting that. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about when it comes to talking to people, she had me watch her video 3, 4, maybe 4 times. The same video. You had me intrigued. You speak well. And when she attacked Donald Trump,
She did it eloquently.
she didn't do it with name calling.
No.
None. She just, I know what type of people he is. And when she
Yeah,
said you could compare
but
my record, look, as much as you may love Donald Trump, she says in that thing, whether she says it 100 times, I will put my record against Donald Trump's any day of the week. She's not wrong.
Well, but she should be careful when saying that, no?
Why?
There's
Why?
certain things on her record that speak in span as well.
But
Yeah, but if
either
her
way,
good overall is
but
better
even
than
if her
bad-
bad is bad, right?
The good
If you're
overpowers.
comparing her record, if we're only looking at what the person has done, and yours looks better than the other person, you tell me how inaccurate that statement is. We're talking about the falsity of what you're saying.
Yeah, but it
If you
still
say
doesn't
you look
make
at
you-
my record and you look at your record, which one looks better? We're not talking about the person. We're talking about what we have done.
No, but if you go
That's
on and,
based on
and
stats.
That's it. And
Stats
numbers
don't lie.
but I think if you go on and attack somebody's personality or somebody's record or what they've done, you better be squeaky clean yourself.
I don't think so. She's not saying my record is clean. She said, I will compare my record to any day of the week versus Donald Trump's.
Right.
She's not saying that it's clean. She's just saying that my record looks better than his, which is accurate. You could argue that all you want. Like,
No.
Statistics don't lie, guys. Those are numbers. They don't lie.
people don't want to hear that, though.
Mm.
I'm not saying she'd make a good president. People are going to misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not
Yep.
saying she'd be a good president. I'm saying she's better than Biden would be. She's better than what RFK would be. The fact is, she's a woman. I still think she's.
Well,
gonna get
RFK can't talk because of his throat. So I bet if his throat was better and he didn't have that issue, he probably would have won.
He's got a lot of support too, RFK. But
He does.
all I'm saying is, I suggest you watch that. And if you watch that, you really didn't like any of that, Matthew. Really, you just have that much disdain for that person that you can't even sit and listen to.
I watched it
Your bias aside.
almost twice
And
because I watched it from the link that you put in Discord this morning.
uh-huh.
Then when you put the other link, I started watching it again, but then we went online. So no, I know it's ad hominem, and it's not what it's the opposite of what you're trying to say. I don't like her. I think, I really don't think she's gonna be any good. She's gonna be bad for the states.
Oh, I'm not
if
saying she
ever
would be
makes it.
good. Oh, no. I'm not
That's
saying
not what
she'd
he's
be a
saying.
good president.
And then the way the way she formulates things and whatever, I don't like that either.
Well, see, here's the thing, though.
She's backhanded, snake in the
Right.
grass.
But see, you got to remember, at the end of the day, right? She's a politician. That's what she does. That's what they're
yeah, but
supposed
then
to.
don't brush up your own thing and then
You have to.
and then do the same
have to,
thing that
Matthew.
you're accusing
So
the other
what should
party
she
of.
do then?
Fake.
If her, okay, Trump does that. Trump brushes on
He does it all
shit
the time.
day. So why can't Kamala Harris do that?
Right.
I'm not saying, but I don't think Trump is doing the same thing. He's upfront
He's
about
doing
it.
it
He's
worse.
just like, "Oh, you suck," or "You this," or "You that," and it's not like
Right.
he
That's
tries
worse.
to. No, that's
The
being
way-
honest. That's being upfront. If I just tell you I think you're a piece of shit, that's being upfront.
I disagree with you. Donald Trump will make fun of you to your face, while as Kamala Harris will eloquently make fun of you until you realize, oh shit, she just made fun of me. It takes
Wait,
you a
what I-
split.
What
Think
did I
about-
just say?
Right, but instead of her, it's not a matter of be upfront about the person. It's like, hey, I can make fun of you, but I'm going to do it the more passive way, so that way you can
But
realize
then
later
don't
on,
get
oh shit, you just
butthurt
made
when
fun
the
of me.
other person makes fun of you back and go like, "Oh, I'm a victim because look what he said." No, 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 no. You do the same thing.
Yeah, but aren't we the people that fall for that?
I
Yes.
don't even like the way she
Go
speaks.
no, go
Look like he's always on the
exactly the
brink
way
of
you're.
crying.
Okay, but the way yeah, but that we created that. Look at the debates way back when. They were more intelligent sounding. They
Yes,
were more
exactly.
pronunciating their words. It was more about the policies. We created this. We
Right,
got the
and that's what
politicians we
Kamala's
wanted.
doing.
We
Right, and
wanted
It's
that's
a
what
shit
sign of the
Kamala's
talkers. We
doing.
times, bro.
wanted people to talk about nothing, essentially, because they were talking about the person, how he looked, how he dressed. What what are both parties gonna do the next 4 years? Can anyone say what their
Nothing.
policies are for the next 4 years?
I
It doesn't
Because they
matter.
haven't said it.
Well, no, Kamala Harris did in that thing. I just want
Yeah.
to point this out real quick. I just want to highlight something in chat. Bucka says she already dropped out of debate against Trump, though, the one for Fox TV. And what about Trump backing out against her? You're not going to, we're just going to forget about that because that's the only side of the story you know. See, I just had to
Right.
do a quick Google search. Trump didn't want to debate her, not once, but 3 times. He does not want to
See?
debate
Not
her
Biden.
because of transfer of power. But then they both agreed 2 days ago on September 10th that they're both going to debate each other. So whether Harris said she didn't want to, Trump said he didn't want to either. But of course, you only know that one side of the story.
Because
You
that's
gotta-
the side
you
you
gotta
care
dig.
about.
Yeah, you got to dig, man. You got to keep looking. It's like that Walt situation. Yeah, you got to keep digging. Just your first result is not going to work, or someone's YouTube. I'm going to give you the information from both sides, and you decide. I just think when you listen to Kamala Harris, I do not agree with any of her shit she wants to do. Affordable
But she's a
Health Care
speaker.
Act. Give the she wants to focus on just the middle class. Donald Trump doesn't care about it, which is bullshit. He cares about the middle class. But that's her opinion. That's fine. It's just that when she talks, oh, buddy, I cannot wait for that debate. I'm more pumped about that debate than I am against Hillary Clinton because I feel like Kamala Harris.
Well,
might
maybe
win that
that's
debate.
it.
She might win that
That's
debate.
it. Like even like you said, she's really good at talking. Maybe even people here can detach that, like the business and friend stuff. They can't detach that. She is, whether you like it or not, a really good candidate for that party. I do not like the policies that that party stands for or wants to implement because to me that's what we have here is very socialist like, which I do not like. But she is a good candidate for that party.
Right. That doesn't. Okay. I feel like people think that because I'm a Republican, I have to vote for Trump. Oh, because I'm a Democrat, I have to vote for Kamala Harris. No, you have to put that all aside and say, what's the better for the country? It doesn't matter what side they're on. It doesn't matter what political
No.
party they're in. What's good for the country? If they're bringing up values or if they're bringing up something that says this can make the country better, then that's what people should be voting on. Not because,
yeah, but overall, then you have to go with socialist then.
And am I wrong? Or about half the stuff she claims she's against or is gonna do, you can put people of color in front of it.
But that's her platform. She's using the fact that she's a mixed race, so she can use that. Just like Donald Trump is like, hey, I'm a rich guy and I know how to evade taxes. Maybe you should too. Like, it's the same thing, guys. You can't look at it from one way and not look at it from the other.
Also, the thing we're not going backwards and claiming that, making it seem like Trump is going to hurl the entire states back 20 years in time and whatever. Well,
that's a lie.
Maybe it's a good time to take a step back and not do the thing that you've been doing for 4 years and add on top of it going forward.
Yeah, but both sides do that.
They do. You know who started?
Both sides do.
I tried to look this up. You know who started taking the other president to court and charging him for crimes? You know who started that whole thing?
Trump.
Yep.
Trump started
All
that because
president, yeah, like the whole Watergate thing that was just kind of thrown underneath the. I mean, it wasn't thrown underneath the rug, but there was nobody trying to prosecute anybody. It was just, it's all Trump. Trump started that shit. I'm gonna take you to court for this. I'm gonna, get people riled up.
right,
He
but
said
that's
he was
what
gonna lock up Hillary Clinton. How'd that work out? How'd it work
it
out?
didn't work out at all.
The
She's
fuck
still
out of here,
free.
bro. Next,
She ain't going anywhere.
Biden
Just
going
like
to
we
jail.
all
He
know
ain't going to jail.
not going
Ain't
anywhere.
nobody going to jail. Hey,
No.
But
just
that
stop.
sentence on him, didn't that get overturned, Jay?
Oh, I don't
So-
know about the Biden. I don't know.
I
I have
think
not
I
looked
think
it up.
that's
I don't
the
care about it.
I think that's the biggest issue of all is once you pick a side, for some reason you can't accept any criticism about the side
Right.
you picked.
Right. And that's where you should just like, okay, if I'm making fun of you, right, or if I'm criticizing you, are you going to hate me because you told me to tell you something about yourself?
No, just
Right?
unfriend. There you go.
But see, that's
I don't know, Jordan, because
you shouldn't
No,
do
no,
that.
no, just no.
I like-
But that's the point. Is the whole thing Jay did last time when we looked through all the things that Biden has done. There were some good things in there, but
Yes.
then the other side can't accept that. They won't,
No.
even though they kind of agree with the things that he implemented. No, the other side did
Flip
it. No, it's bad. It has to go.
But flip it. Look at all the good Trump has done and all the bad he has done. But the other side doesn't want to admit that. It works both ways.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
that people
accurate.
are being
Nobody
too
ever wants to
stubborn.
accept-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're being
I
stubborn and
agree
they
with
don't want to
that.
accept that.
and Trump
Yeah,
is,
but that comes
far
from the
from an
innate
angel.
fear. That comes from the innate fear. I've seen a couple of videos that the more woke ones with the different hairs and the multiple piercings are so afraid of him that they're all gonna have to wear suits wherever they go and present themselves a certain way. And essentially, they are now under the belief that if Trump comes back into office, he's going to come down to your town, shave your head, and you have to dress a certain way. That's what it comes down to.
No, you're right. You're absolutely
And
right.
what made it that way? Media, internet, making
Yes.
him look that way.
No,
Yes.
that's only that only happens when you do what Jay just said. If you only stick on the surface, that's all you're gonna know.
But that's what people only look at, Jorn. They only look at the surface.
Then it comes back to the state that we're now in is created by the people. Not one politician, not one party. They're all the product
The thing
of
is,
us.
it's not because
A reflection
people
of us.
think for their own, right? They don't anymore. They just watch social media and follow a influencer or what
Yep.
the news has said, and they blindly go with that. So they don't have
Yeah.
a original
Says
thought
the
of their
guy.
own if they can
That's
change their life.
interesting. Says the guy that just said all the bad things about Kamala Harris and all the bad shit she's done based off of
Yeah.
what you read on social media.
Mm.
Matthew, you're better than
I know.
that. I know
I
you're
know.
better than that, Matthew. You're just
But
being
the thing with
extremely
Kamala Harris
stubborn
is
right now.
I'm not
Could it
saying
be- could
Trump
it be
doesn't have
deeper?
his flaws. I'm not saying he's a goody two shoes. I'm not saying. For me, it's simply if I watch like that speech, and I see the propaganda and the lies in it, Trump does the same thing. But I genuinely believe that Trump is gonna be better for the United States than Kamala is ever
I'm
gonna
not
be for Biden.
saying.
And that's my mindset. So I don't like her.
Okay, I get that, but I'm not saying that she would be a good president. Those words.
No.
came out of my
I know.
mouth. I just think that she words things better, she speaks better, and she.
Which isn't hard to do in Trump's case because he's like a.
Well, when Trump starts talking about immigration, will go on that shit for about 35 minutes. You need to move on to the next shit, bro.
Why
Like,
do
you
we?
need to-
Why? Can not to veer off subject a little bit, but what's the big issue about this whole immigration thing? Like I don't get it. Like, why are we so into closing off the borders in such a way? Like, what are these people doing? Like, I understand for every 100 people that show up, one person is a convict in Mexico or whatever. But why are we making it such a big deal about the borders?
Because it's
Maybe
killing your economy.
Or maybe it's the easiest thing to attack.
Okay, that makes
Maybe
sense.
it's
It's not
the
the easy
easiest
one, the
thing.
easiest to fix.
Yes, the easiest to fix versus I don't know. Like Kamala Harris yesterday was talking about signing a peace treaty between Israel and I'm like, yo, that has nothing to do with America. You need to.
They don't
cut
care
this
about
shit
that.
out, bro.
Her and
Get
Biden
rid
are
of the
working
homeless.
on it.
Get
Do
rid
you
of the
care
veteran
about
homeless.
the Israelis bombing a school and killing 80 people? Nope, you don't give a shit about that. You just want to end the conflict. Get the fuck out of there. Like, it ain't
You
got
want people
shit to do with us, man.
Right. You want people to vote for you? Tell them that you're going to get rid of all the vets that are homeless on the streets. Say that, and you'll see how fast people will be like,
It's not a priority
a
because they can't fix that. You can't fix that.
Not
I don't know
without raising
because I
taxes.
think most of the people don't really care what happens to the vets on the street.
No, only vets care what happens to vets
Yeah.
on the street. Because if other people cared, you'd go help out those vets
Yeah.
on the street. You
Yeah.
don't need the government
Exactly.
to step in.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Right.
vote for
Government
Kamala
should be
Harris.
helping,
I could
though.
watch 50 of her speeches. I would still not vote for her. I do not support what she wants to do. I just think that
She
people
did
that
give a-
dislike her greatly, if you watch that, when she doesn't laugh and she gets into it,
yes.
Yeah, that's
And she's
you
being
can't deny that
realistic
she
with
gave
it.
a better and eloquent speech, coherent. It's not like she's went off on some tangent with a. Well,
Yep.
she did the hand thing for a bit, but then there were no really repetitive or what can be without having been
none of
can
that shit.
encumber
None
the
of
future.
that.
Oh,
No, she
Yeah.
didn't do none of that.
Well,
So I guess someone is advising her to stop this, stop that.
And she's
Come on.
listening.
But
she
she's
gotta
in a
be
privileged
decided.
position. Biden put the bar so low that everything she does is going to be way better than whatever
And that
was
also
a
could be
burden
that
but what
also
has
could be
been.
why I'm so excited about it is, is that she, did you guys see the video where she was district attorney? It's an old video, and she's like, with the swipe of my pen, I could take any person. Have you guys seen this?
No.
I'm trying to think.
Oh my. Okay. Hold on. Then this is really gonna make you hate her. Yeah, you're really gonna hate her here. Hold on.
Well, it's okay. Matthew already hates her.
See, but that's the thing. Is it hate or you just don't agree with the policies?
I don't
agree.
agree with her policies, and I think she's bad news.
Mm.
I don't hate her as a person. Why would I? I have no reason to hate somebody I don't know or who did nothing to me. I just don't think she's gonna be good for you. That's all. And I think she's a yeah leftist lying piece of poop.
Again, she's a politician. That's what politicians do. They lie. Name a politician who has been overly truthful. You won't. You want to know why? Because it's not possible.
Dude, this is coming from a country where they switch sides like crazy. I can't get ahead in this party anymore. Let me switch to the complete opposite
What do you
to
mean?
get
What
ahead
do you mean?
over there.
Donald Trump did the same exact thing. In the 90s, he was a Democrat. In the 90s, he was a Democrat.
I think we have one of the worst governments you can have.
Well, that
I
party
can't
has
comment on
changed
that. I don't
a
know.
lot. That party has changed a lot. Same for the Republicans.
The Republicans used to be for the people, not the Democrats. And
That's what I'm saying. So if
And now it's switched again.
Yep.
It's the left side making you think that they're for the common people, while they're actually not.
Right.
They wanna keep the status quo, and they wanna keep the people in power and that are dependent on them and that get the big dollars and the big monies, they want to keep them where they are.
God.
Those pearls, by the way, they cost $100,000.
Who cares?
Does that
Who gives a
matter?
shit? Yeah, who gives a shit?
No,
Hold on,
it goes
I
back
want
to
you
the
guys
other
to
day
see
with
this.
this.
I
The
know.
other, okay. Hey, look, there's two of. Oh,
Okay, you ready? I want you to listen
Yes.
to this. I want you to listen to what she says.
Prosecutor is that with a swipe of my pen, I can charge someone with a misdemeanor, the lowest level offense possible. And by virtue of that swipe of my pen, you will have to go to a courthouse and stand in line. You will have to come out of pocket and hire an attorney. You may get arrested for a few hours. You will be embarrassed in your community. You will miss time from coming onto the Google campus. All because with the swipe of my pen, I've charged you with a crime, which I may choose to dismiss 2 weeks later. It's an incredible amount of power. And you want to make sure that the people who have this kind of power are taking seriously the responsibility in terms of understanding as much as anything.
See, now what I want to do now is I want to point out what they're showing you on the memes is not this whole clip. They
right.
show
They're picking
you.
and choosing.
Coming onto the Google campus, all
Hold on.
because with the swipe of my pen, I've charged you with a crime, which I
Hold
may
on.
choose to dismiss 2 weeks later. It's an incredible amount of power.
That's where they cut it. That's where they cut it right there. Now, when you
And make it
continue
look like
to
she's a bad
listen
person.
to what she's saying,
And you want to make sure that the people who have this kind of power are taking seriously the responsibility in terms of understanding as much as anything the impact on the people who will be affected by that.
Absolutely.
You know.
see, now they just cut that. And people are like, they're doing that shit where it's a still of her, like, oh, she gonna, like, you take what she gonna have a pass, she gonna be the president, swipe of a pen. But she's just talking about she had that power as a district attorney. That's accurate. It's accurate.
Didn't you also
What's wrong
abuse
with
it?
that? Did she use it? Not really. I mean, there
No,
were.
she abused it.
Oh, did she
right?
abuse it? I don't know.
Well, she put a lot of people in prison.
It's very
That's
difficult to
everything.
find a lot of the cases that she was. I found a lot of the cases going way back to where she was a prosecutor, like, and not from the right wing or left wing, like actually pulling up records as a prosecutor.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say she was great. She's a state's attorney, so you're gonna side with the state. It's.
You have
Is
to.
the fact that she kept people in prison that were innocent true, and the fact that she helped criminals get out of jail time?
No, she was attacking criminals, not defending them. You
She
understand?
was sending them in longer than what they needed
She
to
wasn't
be
a
in there.
lawyer to protect people. She wasn't a lawyer to
Yeah,
protect.
I know, but there's something about her petitioning or doing something, and that it got a convicted criminal out of prison.
Oh, maybe. But again, I don't care about the past. You know what I care about? Is what you're gonna do for the country today.
Yeah.
You understand? I don't give a shit that Trump with his 34 cases of the shit with the chick and the porn. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I care about what you're going to do for this country tomorrow when you get elected. That's what I care about.
The thing is,
on
50
top
years,
of that,
50 years
if you have
ago,
if you have a 20-year career, nobody on this planet hasn't made a single mistake in that 20 years,
Absolutely.
regardless of what you do.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So accurate. So accurate.
what we've been saying as well, like if you take the same thing, go back 50 years, would that even be a thing? Taking a president or an ex-president to court and whatever, and slandering, and that wouldn't have been a thing.
That's Trump, bro. That's your boy Trump.
Because Trump has been taking people to court for as long as he's been able to take people to court. That's what he does.
Used to it.
I'm gonna go say that
But you
I'm
don't
going
like when
to
it's
those
done
numbers.
back to you, though. You don't like that.
Right. Exactly.
Oh. Okay.
I wish they had a word for that. They should make
Okay.
a word for that.
He sues and
that's cool.
countersues everything. If he
Okay.
could sue the Democratic Party for slander, he probably would. Whether he wins or not, it doesn't matter, but he would sue them. That's what he's sue happy. Look at how many court cases he's been to. Forget about the ones recently. Check the ones from the 90s.
You know, it's funny. I remember during the 90s, I told you guys the story. My dad would take me to Atlantic City a lot. You know, let me play in the arcades when he gambled. And that's when Trump had Trump Towers, the Taj Mahal, a couple casinos. And every person, Merv Griffin, you know, all the people, the big CEOs of all these companies, other casinos, hated when he pulled out of it. Like, no one liked him, but when he filed for bankruptcy and he closed them all, they're like, you abandoned us. We needed your money to bring people here, and you abandoned. Nobody talks about that, though. Nobody cares. I don't think the past matters, honestly. I don't think you should judge someone based off of what they've done in their past. I don't.
Mm.
I don't. That's convicts, felons, people that were dishonorably discharged. People make mistakes, man. It is what it is. It's what you do to fix that mistake that makes you outshine the mistake that you've done.
And if you learn from the mistakes you made.
That's right.
I agree with that, but how come we don't? Okay, so here's something. You sit there and you put somebody to prison to reform them, right? To make them better. But when they come out of prison, they have literally no rights. They can't vote. They can't do this. They can't do that. It's hard for them to find a job. So if you were to propose that if you said, hey, if you're a convict, after 5 years of good behavior, you get your chance to vote again. Wouldn't that give you give you something and say, hey, I can be a normal person of society again, even though I made a mistake years ago. Now I could progress and become something better. How come we don't do that?
How many people care about the ability to vote? I think it would be more useful that they get a job as fast as possible.
Yeah.
But it's
Or
something.
after 5
John,
years, you
it's
could wipe
something.
away your felony. 5 years might be
Yes.
a little too soon. I mean,
10.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I think 5 is a little too soon. 10 years on the street trying to work. Agree. I think more jobs need to hire, felons or convicts. I think they do. I 100%. Even sex offenders that everybody wants to die. Get rid of them. They shouldn't be here. I think everybody deserves a second. Everybody. It does not matter. It doesn't matter what you've done. A third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance, whatever, till you get it right.
Isn't there what is stipulation? Like if you have a sex offender and you're gonna expunge his whatever he did, you're not gonna make him work in a school or in a position where he is tempted to do it again. That's like if you have a bank robber, you're not gonna make him be in charge of a bunch of money, right?
Sure.
Well, I don't know. You would think I was a bank robber. I know what people would do to rob the bank. Maybe I could work on your side in order to make sure that this doesn't.
I'm just giving an example. You know what I mean, right? You're not going to put them somewhere where they're tempted or whatever.
You'd be foolish. You'd be foolish unless you're trying to. I run a bank and I just want to prove to people I could hire an ex-robber.
Yeah. Because my counter argument would be if the temptation is still there, then you're not really reformed.
Correct. But then again,
we do that with people that are addicted to drugs and alcohol as well. Like you wouldn't
really
hire him to be a bartender.
Say that right there. If you're targeting, which we know why Biden won, you could argue this as much as you want, is they target the lower class people. Okay.
The minorities.
Lower and I'm gonna even say middle class. They're gonna target those. They're not gonna target the rich and whatever. So the lower class is gonna be more out. So you would think if a president went up there and said, you know what, we need to give these people more chances. Yeah, you'll piss off a lot of Americans, but all those votes that actually matter, those ghetto areas where impoverished, those people are going to vote for you.
For you, yeah.
I mean, it's proof. Look who's ran. Yeah. You've had Democrats in power, except for Trump doing that hiccup. Democrats in power, and that's what they push. They don't say that, but it's decriminalized. You get locked up in New York. You get locked up. You're out in 2 hours. Same thing in
Yeah,
Jersey.
and you get Mets
That's-
tickets. You
That's
get
it.
to see the Mets afterwards.
See you later. Have fun.
Watch a baseball game. Here you go. It's on us. I'm serious. That's the thing.
I don't have a comment for that. I think that's
I don't understand how that works. I don't understand how that works. Hey, you rob somebody. Cool. No problem. Here. And while you're on your way out, you could go to the Mets game next week. What the fuck?
It's to motivate you to never rob somebody again.
I
Unless
work
you want
every
free
single
tickets.
day. Motivate me not to go. I want to get a free ticket to the Mets game.
Well, go out and
Well,
rob somebody.
We've tried the
They
other
caught-
thing, right? We've tried the other thing where we kill people for doing shit to stop crimes, but it has proven to not work. So
Let's be
maybe
nice.
we're trying the other approach where we're just super sweet. Here's $1 million.
Nice. That means everyone's gonna go do that shit.
Just
I'll
go-
go
well,
do that.
I don't know.
shit too.
You get Kamala Harris in there. She's bringing up everybody's taxes, all the poor people getting paid. It's going to be a whole lot worse than what you think it is now. Because at least she's cognitive to say, I don't like this. I'm going to veto this.
Gonna make sure that all the people who really can't afford it get money so they can buy a
right.
house.
That's right. That's Kamala Harris. Right?
Nice.
I think they should
24.
change the tax bracket, and anybody who makes $50K or less shouldn't pay taxes.
Why?
You should not pay income or federal taxes if you make less than $50K. Because
See, but that's not fair. No, that's not fair because then
How?
I work harder and make 65K and I have to pay taxes.
you have
Which
a better
makes it-
you have
Wait,
a better
which
job.
makes it so after taxes, I only get I get less than the 50.
Okay,
But you
fine,
who kind of skate on the border of it,
fine,
you only
fine,
make
Matthew.
50
Oh,
and you don't
agree
pay
with
taxes. How's
Sure.
that fair?
right now, it's if you make $20,000, you don't pay taxes. But if I make 25, it's not fair. I only made 5,000 more. We could keep
Everybody
going on
should
this.
pay taxes. It's as simple as that.
Because people today, especially today, things are so expensive. Between the rents, the food, and all the interest rates and everything going up, a person who's doing 50K is barely making ends meet. Barely. But if they can keep that extra 10K that they get charged in taxes throughout the whole year, it might be better for them.
Agree.
Yeah, but we
Or
have more
You
stuff
make
than
a
ever
fixed
before.
percentage and
But then
have
who
everybody
pays
pay
if
that
you-
fixed percentage.
Hold on. But then using your argument, Spade, where those people don't pay taxes, that means that the people on the higher bracket have to pay higher taxes. Someone has to make up for those people.
So put it up, add more percentage to people who make over 200K a year.
So tax people for working harder and being smarter with their money? That
That's not
doesn't make
rewarding
sense.
people.
It
Dude,
does
I
make
wasn't
sense
that
because
I was in the bracket
if-
of 55% Spade. You think that's fair for doing a job, day shift, night shift, dangerous? Somebody else doesn't want to do it, whatever.
55% taxes. Do you think that's fair?
That's
Because the
fucking
guy
crazy.
next door who just went to the unemployment offers every month, he got everything. He didn't have to work nights. He was in his bed
Yeah,
on his
that's
pillow.
okay, so you go on employment and you don't have to worry
Tell me
about
how you
anything.
really feel, Maddie. Tell me
See,
how
but
you
that,
really
that,
feel.
that's exactly the point, Spade. That's why he's so against Harris, is because whatever she wants to do is exactly what we have. The more
Right, I
things
understand
you
that.
want from the
I
government,
get it.
the more stuff
I
you're
get
gonna
it.
pay for it.
Fine, I get it, but there's other ways of getting this money. Yeah,
Yeah,
a
be
person,
more
a person
efficient.
who makes $1 million a year can afford to
No,
lose it.
no,
I understand
no,
it's
no.
not. Wait, hold on. I understand that it's not the right thing to do, but it happens anyway. You guys
Dude,
fail to
yes.
realize that it happens
yes.
anyway.
But
Spade,
learn from a
make
country that's already
pay
has it.
25% of taxes. Everybody.
You have to look at Europe, bro, right? That's where they're from. Their tax brackets are crazy. They pay much
Right.
more. They pay tax. If they order a refrigerator, they have to pay an additional tax for that, which is some bullshit tax. So when Americans complain about taxes, you have no idea what you're stepping into.
Right.
Like we make more money here and we pay less taxes than they do. So that kind of goes out the window. That's not saying that Europe are great countries to live in, but I think what you should do is you really want to fix some shit. No one's going to agree with this. Don't tax anybody that serves in the military. Don't
Yes.
tax anybody that serves as a police officer. Don't tax any fire department, ambulance, paramedic, emergency services. Why? Because
Anybody who
they're
works for the
there
government.
to protect you.
Mm.
So
They-
anybody
they
who
get-
works in the government.
Yeah, essentially. Well, I don't know about that because some people work on the road for the state fixing potholes. They should still pay taxes because your job doesn't save lives. Your job just saves tires. That you don't no.
And there's one major thing that Spade kind of got at as people make less money. I do not believe, I believe in the government, of course, and rules and all that stuff. But if you are running in money issues in your own household, what's the first thing you do?
You cut anything that you don't need.
Cut expenses. So the entire idea is I'm already running inefficiently. Let's pour more money in it. We'll give you some shitty healthcare and some shitty roads and some free public transportation so you all feel included. It's not the way to go. You will increase the taxes long term and it will be a hole you'll never recover from. So the old socialist idea will take care of everyone. It doesn't work. It's been proven time
Right.
and time again. The
Stop
only way
sending
to
money to other
fix it,
countries.
the only way to fix it is look at the government, cut expenses, save money where you can, and run more efficiently. That's what
But then
every
they're gonna
single
say-
household should do, and especially the government should do.
The problem is how does the federal government, right? I understand state governments. You have state taxes, but Florida doesn't have those, right? You know, I can make $65 million a year. I don't have to pay a damn cent to Florida, which is fantastic. They just don't give a shit. Now, federal though, but then how does federal make money? You have these people. I'm putting this all together for my campaign. Don't worry about it. There is actually, I can't remember what it's called, but a couple presidents have tried to do this where they alleviate taxes altogether. But then how does the government get the money? And when you say, what does the government need money for? I don't know, to run the country, to pay the
Military?
government. I that's how they get. But how do they get it? If you start breaking taxes down, you have to make money somewhere else. How do you do that? You go to war. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. We go to war. We go protect Kuwait. The prince gives us $60 billion to protect them from Iraq. That's how you do it. But people don't
Cool. We're
want to do that.
mercenaries now.
Well,
Nice.
Yeah,
that's what the
gun for
government has
hire.
been ever since fucking World War One.
Yeah.
We didn't need to get involved in World War One or two. Tell me why we need to get involved.
We didn't have a reason to.
World War
We
Two,
didn't.
Japan. Okay, we have a reason. We were attacked.
But
That's a
but
good
see, here's the
reason.
thing. Wait, hold on. We were attacked by Japan. We could have just went straight to Japan.
There's more.
and-
Hold on. There's more to us. I am not. Oh God, this is going to turn out bad. I'm not saying what Japan did on us is correct, but there's more
Right.
to it that led up to us being attacked in Pearl Harbor. It's not just they were like, "Ooh, let's go get America." There's more to the story, and we could do a whole live about this, but they weren't unprovoked. We'll just say that.
Right.
I'm not saying it's okay, but they were provoked and poked, and look what happened. And then look what happened to them. You had a nice fat boy that just dropped on two of your major cities.
They have a great
So-
country. What are you talking about? Look at all the places that we bombed. They look beautiful today. And we helped build that. We helped build something we destroyed.
I don't know if we helped Japan. I know we helped Germany. I'm not entirely sure we actually went to Japan to help them.
I'm pretty sure we gave Japan money and helped them with rebuilding whatever we bombed.
I don't know. I can't say yes or no to that. But I
It was
just know
nice
that.
that they had glow in the dark trees off for 20 years after that.
Well, you know, there's
They
gonna
had
be
glow in the dark people. So let's be clear. Nobody needed headlights for a good 20 years there.
And we're all doing our part. Everyone buys a PlayStation, they'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be all right. You're making it up. You're making
No, the
it up.
PlayStations are made in China.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you get rid of taxes, who else is going to pay? The only way to combat that is to go into combat, to get money from other
And
countries.
nobody wants that. That's worse than paying taxes. because lives are
No,
lost.
You know what? Most people wouldn't give a shit. You know why? Because they don't serve. They don't care that the government's over there fighting wars and shit to make money. They don't give a shit. Well, they do care. They just say don't do it. Like Vietnam, don't do that. Don't do Korean War. We don't need to be there. Well, all right, then I up your taxes. If you don't want us to go to combat, well, up your taxes by 30%. What do you want us to go to combat? I don't know why you're still talking to me.
Go fight.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Go
'Cause it
kill them.
affects
Go,
you.
go, go.
It affects you. If they served in the military or as a first responder where, I don't know, 9/11, they took fire departments from not just New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Kentucky, New Hampshire, Vermont. There was every fucking state within.
All hands on deck.
Yes, there. So, yes, no taxes. I don't know what to tell you. We just got to go to combat and respect the government. Respect what decisions they make for us to go to combat to pay your bills since you don't want to.
So Jay, you live in a state that you don't pay income tax for your state, but you still do for federal, right?
Of course. Yep.
Now, where does Florida find the money to do all the stuff that they do in that state without having to charge you an income
All
tax?
these people that pay sales tax. Sales tax covers everything.
And why can't we do that in every single state?
Because you don't have the population Florida's got. Well, New York you do. But all these other states don't have that kind of. We've got what? I don't know, 30 million people here or something? That's a lot of people to pay state tax.
Right. And all money wasted.
Well, I don't know. We also have, like, you drive on the Sun Pass, bro. We got one toll that's like $38 to go 2 miles. So they'll get you. They'll get your money. That's not a problem. They're going to find a way to get it, you know? But there's a lot of, well, I don't know. There's a lot. I think Tennessee is another one that doesn't have sales tax. Florida doesn't have not sales tax, income tax. That's nice. I don't have to worry about shit. New Jersey, oh man, they would. I don't know what hurt more, Jersey or federal. Probably the state.
The state of Florida and the state of New York are neck and neck. In Florida has more people.
One's
Florida
run
has
by
more
a
people.
Democrat, and the other one's ran by a Republican.
Right.
There's
They're
your
neck and
answer.
neck in the amount of people that they have. They're neck and neck. It's like 19 million against 20 million. It's a very small number in between. Think of all the money that New York probably would generate more than Florida. Look at all the tourism.
If you bumped your sales tax up by 4%, you counter everything. Even
That's it.
Look,
Whoa,
even
4%'s a lot.
homeless people would be paying higher tax. Everybody's paying higher tax. It doesn't hurt the businesses, right? It don't hurt them. They just save that. Oh, it used to hurt me because I would spend all that money. But you can spend it. Just make sure at the end of the year you got what you charge people in sales
Right.
tax.
Right.
There's nothing saying you can't spend it. Just have it when it's time or quarterly, whatever. Everybody pays it. So now the problem's fixed. Nobody wants that dough. I don't know. They do it in Florida. Nobody's complaining. That's
And
what
it
is.
works.
You can even do it in Europe. You do it in Belgium. Just make where your gas is, instead of it being whatever, $8 a liter, it's now 15.
How much is gas down there?
They don't do it by the gallon. They do it by the liter like weirdos.
No, for you in Florida. What's
it's
premium
awesome.
at?
Everything I have is electric now. No, I'm kidding. I don't pay gas prices. It's 325 for 87. I think 489 for. It's a big jump. It's like $1.50 from 87 to
wow.
93.
Okay. Yeah, ours is like $4.50 or something like that for premium.
Yeah. I think we charge. I think Florida is one of the states where they charge 2 cents extra tax per gallon, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you got a tractor trailer coming in there,
Yeah.
getting 100 gallons of gas, that's a lot of money. That's nice. That's why I was saying the other day in Discord that what's going to happen when they do the electricity. That's
gonna
what I
go
was
up.
getting to is how the states, how's the government going to tax that?
Well, you're probably gonna have different electricity for your house and for your car and for
How are you going to have
And
different?
insurance
You're
is
gonna have
going to
to
go
have
up.
different. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
have different electricity.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
let's say, for instance, they're gonna force you to have one of those charging things in your front lawn or whatever, those posts, and you're gonna have to charge your car with that thing,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be more expensive than running your lights inside of the house,
Oh,
for
100%.
instance.
But that's going to
100%.
take
An extra
forever,
shot.
though.
What you just save by going from gas to, and this is coming from a guy that does reviews on electric things. What you save in gas, you can say, "Oh man, I'm gonna just charge this up," and you are not going. You're gonna pay the same amount per mile that you do with gas than you do electricity. I'm telling you right
Or
now.
more.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna let you know from somebody that does only electric reviews. Okay, you'll see. My electric bill for charging an e-bike is like $21. That's okay. I could fill up my gas tank on my Ducati for $5. Okay, so,
And go further.
no,
And
bro,
go further.
no, it's gonna cost more when everybody goes electric. Your states better look pristine. That's all I'm saying, because that's a lot of money, boy. That's a lot of money.
And at that point, if everything is electric, they kind of have a monopoly. What are you going to do? You don't have the choice anymore. It's not like you can say,
Well, you can
yeah,
do like one of
electric is
those
Solar.
machines. You seen those machines though? Remember, Matty, where the guy's got a wheel, and then he makes those. We did it with the bed springs. Remember, I showed you. He's fired it up, and that shit was
Oh, yeah,
just.
yeah.
And it just spins forever. So
Yeah.
I guess you can make your own electricity if you're daring enough.
Perpetuum mobile. Yeah.
Yeah,
The thing
where
is,
it's just
you
bed
but you
springs.
can't
bro.
put a load on it, right? They have
Yeah,
things
that was
come
not a
close,
load.
but
That
you
was
can't put a
just
load on it.
that
Yeah.
was. But still, if you have that starting, you can figure out the rest. How much stronger the springs need to be with the load,
Yeah.
and
And
that was
you
someplace in
need
Africa.
less of power to keep it going, and then put
I'm just saying, if you could start it small, you could do that on a bigger scale.
That's why stuff like that gets suppressed as well. No?
Yeah.
You know
They
how
don't want you
many
to see that.
cars there are that can run on water, or
They don't want you
engines
to
that
see
have been
that.
invented?
No. We can't make no money. But see, you also now stop yourself and say to yourself, okay, well, we could do that with water, and we could do that with all this free shit. At the same time, you want the government to not tax you, right? So where
They'll
do you
find a
want
way.
them to get the money from now? Now you're making your own electricity, you're making your own gasoline, you're making your own alcohol, you're making your own food. You think the government likes gardeners? No. We want you
I
to
don't
go buy
even
the steak from the chop house.
I don't even think you can over here.
I don't
What, make
think
your
you
own electricity?
can be completely detached from the net. I don't
Yeah, you
think
can't.
it's possible.
You can.
Do you blame them though? We have to make money.
Yeah, but I'm not saying no. I'm the one saying let everybody pay taxes, fixed percentage, but let everybody. And
You
then the
think
dude
disabled
that doesn't
people?
want.
You think? Wait, hold on. You think disabled and retired people have to pay taxes?
Oh, here we go.
Well, what's oh? Here we go.
Yeah,
No, because if you're going to sit there and say that, then people are going to be like, well, how about me? I'm in this bracket. How about me? I'm in that bracket. Why do I have to pay?
I'm being
what
pretty
makes
damn
you better
clear
than
what
me?
brackets I'm talking about: disabled and retired. That,
Yeah.
I mean,
Right,
there's no extra brackets. Those are the two brackets I'm talking about.
But no,
I
but I'm
paid
saying like other brackets will say
What other
well, we'll make-
brackets?
there could be other brackets. I don't know.
What other brackets?
What happens if you're disabled and you're a veteran, and do you get double?
I'm not talking about being a veteran. See, you're
No, I'm giving that as an example. I'm not. I'm
well,
just saying.
usually if you're a veteran, you either work or you're disabled, right? So there's
Right.
two brackets you're in. I'm not
Okay.
talking about the people that work. They pay taxes. I'm asking you, the people that are retired or the people that are disabled getting a paycheck from said government, should they pay taxes? It's a simple question. Yes.
Right. I think they shouldn't.
So,
I think
Matthew,
they
you
shouldn't.
collect retirement disability shit for your broken
Yeah.
health. You think you should be taxed?
I am taxed.
That's not what I'm asking you. You think you should be
Should
taxed?
you?
You don't want it where you're not taxed?
Would I want it? Yeah. Would I
Okay,
want
so the answer then to
$100
the
million
question is
in
no,
my
James,
account?
you
Yeah,
should not be
of
taxed.
course. I mean, but it's the simple fact. I am taxed on it. So why not make it so everything is more fair? I
Well,
mean,
you get paid less being retired or disabled, yes, than you did when you were working.
but then if
So
you
why
tax
would you still be
everybody,
taxed then?
The thing is, if you tax 21, 24, so let's say 25%, and you tax everybody for 25%, that would mean that you have more income. The government would get more income than they have now with the what do you call it?
So let me
Where
ask you
somebody
this. Okay.
does less and
Hold on.
somebody does more
Hold on.
taxes. They would
Hold
have
on.
the same or more income, so they
I'm
could
gonna need a
lower
pacemaker
prices and
soon.
everything.
I need a pacemaker now. I need to get on your level. Listen, so in America, when we pay taxes, we pay towards Social Security. Okay,
Right.
so you get a pay. Do you pay towards some type of funding that you get if you get disabled?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's already taxed then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So why the fuck would you pay taxes on something that you already taxed on?
That's our issue.
No, that's not our
but
issue.
a
Because
lot
Social
of
Security
things.
is not taxed. That's not our
Oh,
issue.
it's-
Our issue.
Oh, no.
No. Social Security is not
Oh.
taxed. Disability. No. I don't understand why you're paying taxes on something you already paid tax on.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, that's broke. That needs to be fixed.
And
Yeah,
again,
but that's only because you spend more, so you need other people to pick up the pace. So if that's why you always see the taxes. You're inviting immigrants. You're spending money on healthcare that you don't have, and that's why you have to tax everything here twice, or maybe more than that. You buy the house, you pay
We
taxes
get taxed
for
like
that.
5 times. The money I made gets taxed, and then if I give Jay money, he gets taxed on the money that I gave him. It's just a revolving door of tax on tax on tax on tax.
Mhm.
I
That's
think
why
we
I
pay
said that's our problem.
every drop of water that comes out of your faucet. I think we pay 4 different taxes on it.
What? For what? Why?
You guys are like
Well,
tax
there's
haven,
one.
man.
So you
Jesus.
pay
Yeah.
you pay VAT for getting the water that the water
To
you
your
buy.
house.
So there's VAT on that. Then you have a tax for the pollution of groundwater. Then you have a tax for the pollution of surface water. Then you have a tax, communal tax or whatever. So by the end of the day, that drop of water that comes out, you've paid 4 or 5 times tax on.
Jesus.
So that's why we go. There is no such thing as free healthcare.
Because it's already been paid for 4 times over. Got it.
Yep. So it's better to completely remove it and make it private. You'll get better quality.
Bridges
It's more
wrote.
expensive, but
Read
you
what
also have less
Bridges wrote.
taxes.
Read what Bridges wrote.
Oh, but that's exactly what my point is. Raising taxes for and giving people that are already inefficient with handling money doesn't fix anything. You need to have people. That's why Trump was a good president, or portrays to be a good president or good businessman, because you need people in charge that haven't been a professional politician for 40, 50 years,
agree.
making
I'll
way
agree
too
with
much
that.
money for what they do.
I agree with that.
You need someone that actually knows how to handle a business and
Well,
doesn't spread the
hold
kind of
on,
ideas.
hold on.
No,
Trump
I'm not saying
doesn't
he's
know
good
how
at
to
it,
control-
but that would be
Wait,
someone
Trump-
who's a deal at it.
Right, but Trump doesn't have a good record on businesses because 9 out
But I
of 10
didn't
of
say
them
that.
have bankrupted. Let's
I didn't say that.
Hold on now. Hold on now. Just because a company goes bankrupt doesn't mean that they're bad. If anything, that doesn't mean they're going out of business. They're restructuring to fix it. Let's be clear. 'Cause
But
you
most
have
of the ones that he
different
bankrupted are closed. Where's Trump Tower now?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
But
so I'm
look
not
how-
wrong
Wait,
at what I said.
wait. But look how much money he has.
For himself. What about
It doesn't
everybody
matter.
that got laid off?
That's not my
Yeah, but
fucking
that makes
problem.
him a good
I'm
businessman.
not responsible for those people. I'm responsible for them when they work under me. When I quit or leave, that's on them.
Okay. Fine. All right.
So, yeah, you can argue and say, yeah, he's done bankruptcy. It's been whatever. But it's like the same shit with Red Lobster. People are like, oh, they're done. They're done. It's
They're not
literally
done.
quite opposite. If you are doing a Chapter 11, you're trying to fix
They're restructuring. Yes.
yeah, what you're doing. You're not saying I give up. Trump with the casinos, yes, he just said, fuck it, I'm out.
He literally said that. There's no joke
yeah,
about
he
that.
said,
He's
fuck
like,
this shit,
I'm
I'm
out.
out.
Deuces.
Yeah, that's it. So, it does bring a good point, though. If you guys are taxed so much, why does your country look so shitty? What are they doing with those taxes? What do they do with them? That's a
In their
genuine
pockets.
question.
That's
in their
exactly
pockets.
what Harris is proposing. If you promise and you actually deliver all this free socialist stuff, that's the problem you're going to be into. You
Right, but no,
can't
I'm
just
asking
give out
you,
all the
where
free
does
stuff.
the money go when you pay all these taxes? Do you have that answer?
Illegals,
Immigration,
immigrants, and then there's some people in Brussels that like to play with the big boys because they have penis envy because we're a very small
Nice.
country and they want to be up with the top dogs, and then they spend money over there and they give to fish in Africa and they go over there and spend money and the only
So
thing they
you
do
give-
is
okay. So they
tax
waste
the
it. They
middle
don't waste
class.
it on their own country. They waste it on
Yes.
things that have no relevancy to the country at all. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sniffles does the payments for the
Oh.
immigrants.
There's people that haven't put a single euro into the treasury that make way more money than I do.
That's
and
why
they've
you're
never
saying
worked a
you should
single day.
tax everyone. That's
Yep.
why you're saying.
Yep.
Okay. All right. It's valid. It's valid. True. We just don't have that problem here.
Yeah.
We've got a plethora of other problems, but not so much that one.
The fact that I did the job that I did, right, and was in the tax bracket that I was in, still haunts me now. Because even though I'm on disability, I can get no higher refund on like medication. I can get a discount on gas, electricity, whatever, just because I was in that bracket. Somebody that hasn't worked a day in their life, they can get all the benefits.
Oh.
How's that for logic?
Yeah, that's wild. That's a flawed system. That's a flawed system.
That's the socialist system. It's from the ground up. It's flawed.
Well, there is some. Well, it's just like communism. There is, on paper, it looks fantastic. It just never works out that way. Because
Nope.
you never go one economical structure.
Because it gets ruined by the human factor. On paper, everything works. And then you put humans in it, and it's like, ooh.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like
If
there's a
you-
manual for your car, but there's not a manual for you hitting a fucking pothole with a person.
It's always the people trying to take advantage of the system that ruin the system.
Right. So
Big time.
basically, if you stopped
And then
giving
everybody else has to suffer.
right, so if you stopped giving illegal immigrants health care and money, then none of them would want to come to the U.S. to begin with. For example, right? If you don't
Agreed.
give them all these benefits, why would they want to come over here? They could
They
just stay
wouldn't.
in their country. It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Well,
But then
that's the problem, because if you look at a person that wants to come legally, that's already in the immigration law. You're talking about people that are either refugees and want to run away from a war-torn country or want to enter illegally. But those are different brackets.
Okay, but then you
Right.
also have an issue where you just said is, okay, we kill this. We say no more immigration. No more. We're done. That's it. The borders are closed. You can't come in from Belgium. Doesn't matter. We're closed. We're done. One major issue with that. A lot of Americans, and I'm using that loosely, feel entitled to make X amount of money. I get out of high school, I should make $25 an hour. They don't want to go work at 7-Eleven. But Jose Cuervo over there, I think he has a tequila and a whiskey, wants to go work for $3.55. He don't give a shit. Because in his country, $3.55 buy him a bowl of rice every day of the
Yeah.
week. So maybe we have to unspoil Americans.
Yeah.
And
But
the
that's
whole
also
notion
we get
of
economical
getting
tourism.
everyone's minimum wage up to like 25 or 30, everything is going to go up with it. You're not solving the problem.
That's
Yes,
that's how the
Of course,
economics
that's the
work.
McDonald's argument. It's a McDonald's
Yeah.
That's
argument.
101.
McDonald's is $15 an hour. Okay, it's no different than what it was 10 years ago. It's the same shit.
And now your Big Mac is $10.
Okay,
What the
that's
fuck?
because
It's
you're
more
making
than that.
$25 an hour. That's what that is. That's why that is the way that it is. You can't fix it by raising minimum wage. You can't fix it by lowering the price of food. No. You have to fix it with state tax. That's how you fix it. And people
And
don't want to pay
expenses.
more.
And expenses, you have to cut expenses. So that means state and federal, you have to look at stuff like, do we really want to cut student loans and give them all out for free? Do we really want to give everyone a free house?
I'd like
Can't
a free
afford
house.
it.
I'd like a free house.
But that's a good point you make, Spade. We've seen it over here with immigrants. If I give you a free house, do you really respect it the same way if you had to work
Hells
for it
no.
and build it? And that's
No.
what we see over here. They're
Look at
brand new
employees.
housing because
Look at
it's not
employees.
theirs. They
The
get it.
simplest, right? But look at employees. The simplest thing, right? You tell your employee, "Oh, go clean this." Are they going to clean it as well as if you, who owns it, who paid for it, are going to clean it, or are they going to fix it? No.
No,
But if they don't,
Are they going to
come
take
out.
care of
No.
your tools the same way you
That's
take
not
care
it.
of your tools?
But
It's
that's
the
not
same
entirely
concept.
true.
It's not
That's
mine.
not
I don't
entirely
care.
true, Spade, because if you are the boss and you say, I want it this way, you have to do it this way,
Huh?
then either he does it the way you tell him to, or you pick someone else.
Bye-bye.
Sure. Okay. fine. I'm
But
not
if
disagreeing
you
with
had-
that.
I'm just saying overall, if you hadn't had to work for it, you don't have the same appreciation for it.
Right.
And if you
Agreed.
give everything free student loans and you give free housing, it all comes crashing down. Because why should I then go out and work for 40, 50 hours now? I get it all for free. Now I can play influencer the rest of the day or play on my console. It all comes crashing down.
A big chunk of the problem with the immigration thing is as well, especially here, I don't know the States, but they get the money and your country starts bleeding money. Because like what Jay said, for $1.25, they can have an entire meal for a day where they come from. Here, they get a lot of money. And what do? They take the money they have and they send it overseas.
Because they don't
See,
spend
that
it here.
doesn't happen in the States. We don't give them a lot of money. Like that's a huge misconception. We don't do that. We'll give them
A couple of bucks.
pick a number to $1,200 a month. Now that
That's-
sounds like a
yeah.
lot of money to you, but in America, that's not going to get you very far.
Right. That's not even your rent.
Yeah, that it's not.
Should
It's
get
not
like
as much
like
as
something
what
like
you
food
guys-
stamps. That's what they should get. You
Agreed.
can
But they
go
do get
there.
food stamps.
But the problem is the food stamps is where does that money come from to pay for the
Taxes.
government to give those out? It goes
Yeah.
back to the taxes again.
But then again, if you give them food stamps, it's not like they're gonna send that loaf of bread overseas.
Right. Our food stamp here isn't good in Mexico.
Hold on,
so,
hold on. I'm gonna give
yeah.
you. I'm gonna give you an example. And this is illegal, right? I can have food stamps, and I can go into a deli, and the only thing I can use into a store, I could go in there and I can buy food, right? But I cannot buy prepared
Processed.
food.
Yeah.
So I can't go in there and say, "Yeah, can I get a ham and turkey sandwich?" Right? I can't get
Some
that.
places will do it though. Hold on.
Exactly my
Some-
point. That's illegal, Jay. That's
Yeah.
illegal.
but
You're not supposed to do that. Same thing as when you could go in there and say, I can buy a gallon of milk, but I can't buy a 6-pack of beer. But
you
some
can't buy a
places will do
milkshake
that.
either. Like you can't buy a milkshake.
Exactly.
Like,
Anything that's prepared there, you
But
can't get
he's
it.
gonna make more money selling you a processed sandwich that he makes than selling you whatever
Right.
a pound of ham.
Right, but
So-
that's the person not doing the right thing.
Nah.
Look at. I'll give you another example.
Semantics.
Back in the day,
that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Back in the day, you used to walk up to if you walked out of the subway or you're about to walk into a supermarket, somebody would be outside the supermarket and be like, yo,
Yep.
50 cents on the dollar, 50 cents on the dollar. And you're
Yep.
like, what? 50
Yep.
cents on the dollar. For every 50 cents you spend, I will give you $1 in food stamps
Yep.
and you can go inside and buy your shit.
Well,
Because they wanted cash because you can't do
you
anything
can't
with
do
the food
I
stamps.
now you can't do that. You got a little debit card and shit. You got a little card.
But now I could go in there and buy it for you and then you give me the cash afterwards. You
Yeah.
could still do it. It's
Yeah.
just a different way of doing it.
I don't see a problem with you buying processed food with food stamps. You want to waste that?
I don't
Who
think
gives
so
a
either.
who
But
cares,
it's not
bro?
sustainable. That's the reason why they do it that way. Because you could sit there and say, I can buy a bag of rice, and it could last me all week, or I can spend close to the same amount of money and buy, a pint of pork fried rice.
Yeah, but that's on you.
Yeah, that.
You're not happy. You should have stayed where you came from.
All the
No
part is
argument there.
America is the land of opportunity. That's the
Yeah.
that and the reason why that is because Americans are lazy. They don't want to do the job for $8 an hour. When's the last time, I know you guys don't have grass cutters in Belgium, but when is the last time, Spade, you've seen a white dude on a lawnmower cutting grass from a company?
I think it was like 1999.
I live in Florida, the land of grass, okay? That's all that there is. There's grass and trees. I can't tell you the last time. And I drive places. And all year round, you get your grass cut. I can't tell you the last time I had a white dude cut anybody's grass. I don't. I'm sorry. I just don't see them. Aside from
Maybe
my
they're really
white guy-
tanned.
well, let me be more clear about that. The white people that cut my grass are like crackheads, like they're meth heads. They're good. Look, you guys have all met Joe. Joe is a crackhead, and he'll argue with me, but he'll cut the shit out of my grass. But he
He's
does
hustling.
that because he is a convict, because he is a felon. He can't go get a normal job because no one in Florida wants to hire you being a
Right.
convict or a felon.
Mm-mm.
So he doesn't have another option. These other people that come out of high school and want to make $25 an hour, you have plenty of options. You go be an influencer and make that. Let that be a note for how much money you should be donating to me while I stream for hours on end.
And then taking into account inflation.
Taking into account the size of my house that I elected to buy, which only fucked me in the butt. So help me out. Give me some Vaseline, Magic Mike it. Something.
Sad to say, it's not like that comment in the beginning of the stream did something. So
Yeah, I said what I had to say. It is what it is. That was a good stream. I enjoyed that. I took 40 minutes to talk about France, and we talked about Kamala Harris. Look at all the people in chat that hate Kamala Harris. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. You guys are so fucking one-sided, man.
Well, you
There's
can
no
hate-
centrist option. It's just far right, far left. That's it. There's nothing in between. I can't see shit in the middle. Everything is just, I love this, and that's it. That's all.
They got blinders on. They got
Oh my
blinders.
God.
Well,
Like,
The problem is, if you do vote, you have to pick one.
or you could just not vote at all and just let the voting machine
Yeah, but then-
decide for you. Oh,
True. But then you can't go ahead and complain about anything then.
Exactly.
You have to shut up. This country, this and that. No, you didn't go out and vote.
Honestly, I'm gonna sound like a weirdo. Oh God, I don't think your vote matters.
No, I kind of agree.
I
It's made to
understand
look
every
like it-
vote counts. I don't think they matter. I don't. Unless you live in the middle of the ghetto, I don't think they matter.
No,
I
if,
know
if you
my
live in a
vote
swing
in the
state,
town,
yes.
the town that I'm in and the county that I'm in, my electoral vote is like 0.25. So my one vote is not going to matter. Now, if I lived in the city, it would matter. Just not where I'm at. It don't matter. It's the same thing. You look at a state, right? I know you Belgians don't get it. But you look at a state and you'll see the whole shit is red. The whole thing is red. And then you see a
Little
little tiny piece that is blue, and that
New
blue
York.
outweighs all of that red. So
Yep.
that blue is
It's New
what
York.
the vote is based off of. Not this. They care about where all the people are. So, and look at Florida. Florida is the the reddest state you could possibly be in. I mean,
And it's
you
been red for a
run
while.
fucking people over in Florida. You can't get any more red than that. That's far right wing. But every election, they don't know what they're voting on. Like, we don't know what we're doing. You know what we're doing. Like the president said on national TV, you could run people over in a riot. That's your vote right there. That's it. Right there. That's the guy you're voting for. Nope. It's still in the air. It's a swing state. Why? Come to Florida. That's our message to you.
Do you think that'll ever change in Florida where they start doing things like other states? Like, hey, you know what? We're going to propose income tax. We're going to propose this and that.
The problem with that is, from what I've heard and seen, it's all people that are
Leaving the leaving the states.
kind of well off, and with that being well off mindset, I mean, you get these kind of rules. And people that are all kind of established and are wealthy to a certain degree are not going to be on the fence. We want more affordable housing. You already have 3 houses. It doesn't matter to you.
And you know what's even more crazy is those people that have all that money don't really vote anyway because they don't give a shit what happens.
don't care.
I'm good. Yeah, why? It doesn't affect me. You want to raise the tax bracket? I'll just get more accountants. You know, like I'll be a philanthropist. I'll spend my money somewhere else, and I'll just get it backwashed into my account. Like they're smart, bro. So you really think they care about Trump or Kamala Harris? You're out of your fucking mind. You think Elon Musk cares about who's president? You don't give a shit. I don't care. It's the
Elon
people
doesn't
that it really affects are the people that care.
Right, but when Elon was affected by the government, what did he do? He picked up and left California and went to Texas. And he built the gigabit factory over there.
Well, that's because he was affected by California, not by the federal
Right, that's what I'm
government.
saying. He was affected by California law.
Right.
So he said, fuck California, I'm going to Texas.
Can you vote
Yeah.
if you're can he vote?
If he got citizenship, yes. I don't know if he's got his.
Oh,
he
you
has
don't
it?
need to be born here. You could become a citizen of. Okay. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
once you become a citizen, you can vote.
See, but
I
with
thought
that,
you
you
had to be
actually give.
natural
No.
born to vote here. Okay.
No.
Okay.
But with
You
that,
did
you
warn them,
actually
though.
put out a good point. If you're that wealthy, do you even have loyalty to a country? Let's say he just moved from state, right? Because he had an issue. Okay, the entirety of the states goes to shit for some reason. You just pick up all your expensive stuff and you move.
That's it.
What do you think the rich people do, bro? So
Yeah.
you know what people in America do? This is cute. So Jersey has income tax, yeah? But Jersey only has income tax if you're there for 6 months. 6 months or more. So I'm a billionaire. I'm in Florida. You know what people do? Is they'll spend about 6 months here and 5 months and whatever, 28 days over there. No income tax. Out. The rich people are smart, bro. They're not going to stay
And
more
that's
than
how
what
they
you
become
need to. I gotta
right.
go.
And that's how they stay rich.
That's it.
Yeah, because they also work hard for the money. They're not going to give it to someone that
Yes,
isn't
of course.
competent.
And that's why I don't think they give a shit about a president. Like, they don't care. Like, it doesn't affect me either which way. I don't care.
Yeah, unless that
Unless it's
president
raising
directly
taxes.
affects their bottom line, then they will care.
Right.
But I don't even think, look, you've heard Trump say it on national TV, I'm only using the laws that are provided. You don't think that rich people have extra accountants that know loopholes and knows how to do
Of course they
things
do.
for me? Of course. So whether I make $20 million more, I'm not going to be taxed more. I'll just, what's the loophole around this one? Okay, I have to hire 8 Mexicans and 3 black people? No problem.
Done.
You know, Jeremiah, you, Tisha, Laquifa, you guys with me. Jose, Mexicano, and Pablo, you're with me. We're done. We're good. Next. That's it. Diversity hires, man.
You're not wrong.
It's like, you know, you get a tax break if you're a business and you actually hire a convict or a felon. Did you know that?
Yeah, you told us that.
Yep, you get a check. What you saw in The Office, how they gave anybody seen The Office? You know, when they have that felon, they get a check by the government. And they said that's because where Chan says that's because you guys have a convict there, and they all thought it was a black guy. And
Right.
Stanley.
yeah, but it's the same thing. You get a check, so you would think that more businesses would hire convicts. Not the case. Keep in mind, I'm not a convict or a felon. I'm just being clear. I just think that it should be fair across the board. Whatever. It's a good stream. I enjoyed it. Both are 2 hours. Ooh, on the money. Great stream.
Yes.
It was.
Okay.
A lot of hate for the left. Okay.
Oh, yeah, all that the chat is filled. Harris 2024, baby. We're coming in hot, black, and pussy. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.